I forget if right now it's 75 or it's 72 or 3 that feels like 75. Regardless, I just wanted to show how the heat's already warming up and we have the whole, I mean, maybe it's the heat and the air. It was inflated the whole thing before, but I can't see the temperature. I flipped around. Baby, it flipped around. Let's see if we can flip it around. What does it say? It says, hold on, baby. Oh, it feels like closer to 90 in there. Okay, I guess. Washed and drying, and one packet of snapdragons. I do have petunias I would like to start today. I don't know if I have enough, however. So yesterday I put up the doghouse, greenhouse, as I'm calling it, and I only have the peonies in there right now. I was thinking actually I was going to use this one as well. I probably will eventually, but maybe not yet. I'm probably going to see whatever I see right now and put it also in the doghouse, greenhouse. So um, I got these trays from my sister. I think we got some. These are some nursery flats that we got. Um, so I've washed them. I don't. I'm not. I doubt I'm gonna use all of them. Like, I don't even know if I have enough soil. But she did. Very smart of her. Keep the same packs that they came in. So I'm just gonna put them in and get prepping on things. Yeah. So I'm squeezing them. I'm kind of just spreading it out, but I might be spreading a bit too heavy to the middle. Like, these are filling up really fast. And I don't necessarily want them full. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to have them full. I am doing the snapdragons right now, so imagine all of these. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 48. If I have 48 cells full of snapdragons, and then I say like pinching them back, wildness. The biggest impediment to me planting stuff up right now is soil. So it's gotten expensive, and with a very large planting area, soil needs are much. So on the one hand, yes, we are composting, and yes, it will break down. That will be a couple months, right? Unless it goes in the bottom of a raised bed, it's not going to do much for a while. Which it could go. It could very well go in the bottom of a raised bed, right? I might have a little bit left over to do something else, some smaller thing here, but maybe I'll start some petunias that way. Oh no. Girly. Girly. Not you. You're not the girly. I'm talking to the pot of soil. The mush of soil. I don't even know what to call it at this point. Oh my gosh. Never enough soil. I'm going to try and dig some out from other ones that are maybe too full-ish. Or I don't need to be as full. Yeah, like I imagined it was only going to be the one tray. And like my sister had some trays, so there was still some soil left over in these trays. I just put them in the compost heap because they've been out for months, and either they were seeds that never went anywhere, or at this point they're just weed seeded up, right? So arguably maybe I shouldn't put in the compost pile, but probably soon I'm going to be moving the compost to a sunnier area so it it breaks down a bit more. Maybe even today. Maybe even today. say what is this, like a colloid? Is that what you call this? I don't know. I feel like I've lost a lot of knowledge that I used to have, or at least have on the periphery of mind. That's okay. Knowledge can be relearned, I guess, if so needed or desired. Or it transforms. What am I trying to say? I don't know. There's always too much to learn, which is why lots of people have to learn a thing. Hello? Please. I just want to love you. Mr. Fly, get away. Get away. Gosh. You know what? Hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. I was using this to prop up the phone, but it's dead. This was one of the I'll put this back in there. This was one of the had a lot of roots. This is one of the rose attempts. Uh, but at some point, stray garlic was put on it, and then it was just left. And before I did this, I had checked on it, and it was also dead. So soil is getting reused. Whoopsie daisy. No whoopsie daisy, actually. Fantasticalness for me, I suppose. Just let it rehydrate a bit in there. I thought this was going to also feel like relatively quick to grab. Okay, there we go. Is it late to start snapdragons? Maybe. Let me see. It says this is outdoor planting though, and outdoor planting over here is April to May. So, no, I'm good. In fact, I would argue this is the correct time for me to be doing this. Not this. Okay. All right. Okay. That's what my Crocs. There's a fly. I don't want to. I mean, I really don't care, but also I care because you're going to be in an enclosed area. I don't want things laying eggs. Okay, let me. I think that's it for this. So I do have this little bit here left. I'm gonna use it to top off things as I'm done planting. Right. Just gonna clean my hands. What I need really is a tweezer. Right? My hands are over here somewhere. Okay. So I don't have a tweezer. Eventually I'll get one of those little dispensers. All right. I'll use my left hand, I guess. Not fun. Oh my god, they're so tiny. What am I? I'm just gonna sprinkle things down. Let me be honest. I'm not. If things start to germinate like crazy, I guess I'll thin them out, or I'll let themselves thin themselves out. This is too much. Like cold at the bottom there. I wonder why. Okay, there's still some in here. Why? It's overseed. I don't know what the germination success rate is on these snapdragons, so arguably, what was the point of me putting them into cells if I was just going to do it like that, right? Anyway, la la la. That's just not enough. It's not enough, girly. Girly, is it enough? You're gonna have to make it enough, girly. I'll tell you what. Let's see. Hello, hello. Okay. Okay, and this is why I don't care if I overseed, because I don't even know if half of these are covered enough. You know what? Before I do that, let me take this tray, because there's actually 3 trays here in total. I was over here looking for this tray, and here's this tray on this table outside. My gosh. Okay. Anyway, there's some on the bottom. This cocoa core, I guess it's settled. That's interesting. I wonder who the person was who figured out that coconut husk can be used as a substrate. Beautiful person. Look at you. Built-in genius in the design, and then observant genius in the figuring it out. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, let me go figure. Let me go open up the doghouse greenhouse, because I'm gonna put this in with other of the peonies. Not yet this other one. I guess I'll be moving it another day. Yeah, I shouldn't move it into more exposed area until the heat abates, because we're gonna be in the high 70s. What is that for a couple days? Just gonna put this on the um, clematis roots. Okay, okay. See, like, let's see. We got 1 over here, and then 2 over there. Okay. I'm gonna get some more water, rinse it out, and then be done with that for today. I didn't even see this. Oh my gosh. I'm like, oh, it must be that the water, because I always have them upside down, because if I leave them up, they get full of water. I didn't think of the temperature. Oh my gosh, my candle. My candle, girly. My candle. Okay, whatever. I think it's time to move the compost. There's a lot of flies on the plastic. So I'm going to move it to the front, I think. We're just going to be baking in the sun. It's time. I was going to put it in the front, but I'm going to put it over here. This should get light the whole day. Probably going to move it over a bit. But also, look at these mushrooms. Ha ha ha. Anyway, this area is super unlevel. I'm wondering if I should put it in the back somewhere. Or if that's good where it is. I don't know. I think that's fine, actually. So, I guess I'll leave it there for now. I can always move it. I think it's too heavy to fall over with the wind. Yeah, die over here. If the gorilla cart wasn't full of water, I probably would have put in the gorilla cart. But I would also have to lift it up and be my face by it. I don't like the idea of that either. So And the plastic on the side, and that's not why I did this. I just did this way because I wanted to. And the plastic on the side, there's already a bunch of flies. And maybe I won't wrap it up too tightly today for more air to get in. You have to take this under plastic out. Right? So this is at red 90. Fly away, fly, leave me alone. Up. It's not welcome. It's not welcome, flies. I'm not pick up Quebecois English. Oh my god. All right. Snapdragons started ish, right? I hope they grow. To be honest, I'm not even about snapdragons like that. I'm not. But I guess en masse, to me, they do look very pretty en masse. And I'm not trying to pay for anything I can grow from seed. Even though last year I was like, I'm not doing this again. I'm probably going to start some coleus as soon as I buy some coleus seeds. And then there's this one errant gladiolus that's growing by the hollies. And I was starting to move them, and then I was just like, let me not. But since I moved the things yesterday, I'm going to move them now. What do you mean? I'm going to move them. And then I have some surplus water in the gorilla cart. I think I'm going to maybe fertilize with it. I'm going to have some fertilizer inside. I'm just going to put a couple of drops and then sprinkle it all over the place. I probably also need to cut the lavender and the plum. The plum is... What is that? The plum is... I need to cut this holly too. The plum is flowering like little white flowers. It's lovely. Here is the gladiolus. I'm going to put it in the front as well. Okay, I don't think I see any other ones. So, there's that. Yeah. I tried being all fancy and bringing it over on the shovel, and then it kind of fell. So, anyway, there's that. And so if I have little bunches of gladiolus here, and I'll be looking out to see if there's other gladiolus. The bunch I planted yesterday, I probably could separate out, but I don't think I will. Maybe I should. Okay, I did. I took 2 from over there. The rest are there's like one solid one over there and a couple small ones. These are kind of median, and then I have the one over here. So, if where I move all of them into gets too crowded, I might just move some around here too, and whatnot. So I don't mind having the idea of having bulbs up here. Yeah. Walking over real quick to see the flowering plum. I also have the liquid fertilizer that I'm probably going to use for the rest of the season. My sister got into hydroponics at some point, and eventually we moved and a lot of things changed. So it changed hands, and she's not so much. She's more outdoor now, as am I. I was never into hydroponics ever, but she has a bunch of liquid fertilizer. And I'll be using this one. This one is the 216 Flora Grow. I think it's for, what's the name of this? I think it's just for like foliage growth. So I think I'm going to put it on the lilac. I think that might be all I have time for today though, however. So, okay. Oh my gosh, I have to cut this off right here. I'm going to cut right above it. I think the rest of this is probably dead. It's not growing up top. I think it's dead. Anyway. Okay, floral blooms. Don't know what she's barking at. Okay, bloomage. I don't know what she's barking at. Anyway. Yeah, girl. At this point, I've quit in my heart winemaking, at least until I have a bigger space or something. And like, or not even a bigger space, like a whole garage where I could just put things away. But jellies and jams, or at least the one that's made from the juice, I will be doing that this whole year. Why would I spend money on jellies and jams if we have fruit growing? I can just use it that way. Also, I do want to get one of those hose attachments that you can adjust the concentration. But for now, I'm just going to be eyeballing. I'm going to put a couple drops of fertilizer in the surplus liquid and then scoop it out and pour all over the place. Yeah. All right. Let's say Flora. Oh, I think the other one is Bloom Grow. Okay. Anyway, it has different application things. General purpose, aggressive vegetative growth. So we want 3 tablespoons per gallon. Transition. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know how many gallons that is. Let's call it 3. And it's a teaspoon, not a tablespoon. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. You know, it should be fine. I did let some of the flakes on the outside fall in. Okay. And that's enough. I might add some water actually. The metal plastic stick that doesn't really yet have a purpose will be temporarily used to stir this liquid mixture. Scaring my feet. I want to do this fast so I can rinse my feet and hands off. Okay. My goodness. Oh, I'm going to put some on the Abelia also. Let that help her bush out. Actually, I'll put some on the holly too. It's a lot of liquid. I'll put some on all 3 hollies, even the one that I believe is dead. Well, I hope none of the pine cones try and sprout. I had to rush and rinse my feet off because where it was my mind, so my feet felt warm, there was a little splash. Oh my gosh, am I getting a thorn in my toe? Another thorn in my toe. Okay, anyway. I have like 10 minutes to do this. Less than, actually. I put it on one lower petal. I'm going to put on the other. And then maybe I'll put a little bit on the osmanthus that's taking forever. Yeah, I might do that. I'm sure the osmanthus likes to grow in a really rich area, and it's not necessarily anyone. Oh, you know what? Shoot. I just read something about like not putting it on the thing, but like the water ring or something. Oh my gosh. Do I put some by the, what do you call this? The Sweet William? Maybe a little. Maybe a little. I'm running low. Let me put some on the, lilac. I still haven't done that yet. Okay. I haven't even seen yet, but the lilac is putting on growth. Okay, girl. Also, another, where was it? I just saw it right here. Another gladiolus to dig out later. I dumped the rest out there. And, you know, great for the Abelia, bad for everything else because maybe the weeds would be like, oh my God, food. Everything's done for today. I've got another gladiolus I can pull. I don't think that's a gladiolus. Yeah.